Hello, I'm Todd Breckus, Chief Product Officer at Renaissance, and you're in tune to another quarterly roadmap update. We do this specifically to update our customers and those thinking about using Renaissance solutions on what's happening with our portfolio of products. And it's been an exciting time at Renaissance. First of all, congratulations, as you're probably watching this. You've made it through another school year, and you're getting ready for next school year, and I'm sure ready for a little bit of a break. Thank you for what you do as an educator, and we're super excited to support the growth of your academic solutions in your schools and districts. Our mission at Renaissance is to accelerate learning for all children and adults of all ability levels and ethnic and social backgrounds worldwide. And so we do this video to kind of keep everybody up to date, to share a little bit. And I love bringing people onto the call. And today you're going to meet Dr. Michelle Hosp, who is the founder and creator of Key Phonics. And we have acquired and built a partnership with Michelle and her team to bring Key Phonics into the Renaissance ecosystem to be able to present to our customers a great new product called Key Phonics, soon to be called Star Phonics, which we're excited about. And then I'm going to share a little bit more about what's coming for back to school. And I'm actually going to demonstrate a few new things coming this summer that you'll be ready to tackle right when you return for back to school. Okay, well, without further ado, the context of this is I've been telling you, and I've been telling the world about our Renaissance K-12 instructional ecosystem. As we see this ecosystem start to develop and expand, we are envisioning and really bringing to the table a data-driven approach to personalizing instruction. And that's different than what you may have heard of other companies doing personalized learning or diagnostic prescriptive learning. With Renaissance Solutions, we're really trying to bring a unifying approach, whether you use one of our products or all of the products that you see on the screen here, a unified approach to data-driven or insight-driven instruction and practice. And I'm super excited about how that transforms our literacy story. As you know, Accelerated Reader has been a major product for the last 36 years in the education industry. And with our acquisitions of Mayan and Freckle and Nearpod and Flocabulary, we expanded this total solution set. But now we've found an amazing phonics product called Key Phonics that Dr. Michelle Hosp has built. And I'm excited to welcome her. So tell us, how did you have the idea to build Key Phonics?
So it's really interesting. I started off in education over 25 years ago as a school psychologist, and I realized I wasn't very helpful. And that's because the majority of kids that are referred struggle in reading. And so I was working with all these kids who were having difficulty with reading, and what their teachers wanted to know is, what do I teach this kid? I have kids who are struggling to read. I think it's at a word level. I want to know which word patterns to teach. And I said, oh, you want a good phonics assessment? They said, yeah. And I tried to help them find one, but there was not one to be found. So we actually built it. So I'm just going to give you guys just a quick taste of what Key Phonics does. So we measure 12 specific phonics categories that all kids must know to be proficient readers. We had experts like Louisa Moats helping us think about this. We worked with teachers to make sure that we got those patterns that really mattered for kids' reading growth. We also use nonsense words, and don't get squeamish about nonsense words. They're really great for assessing kids because it allows the kid to use their brain and knowledge about what they know about that letter sound correspondence in order to read words. The other thing we do is that we score it at the error level. So not just is the word right or wrong, but where in that word is the student struggling. We also customize it. So if you are using a scope and sequence or a particular reading curriculum, or even if you build your own, we can actually map these phonics skills so that the data shows up in the order that you teach it. That's super helpful for teachers when they look at their data because it makes so much sense to them. The other thing we do is that we also, because we measure it at the error level, we can really provide really specific guidance on instruction on which particular sounds kids need to focus on. So I'm going to show you just real quickly what it looks like. So this is the example of the platform. A teacher needs to have some type of computer to log into the app online. And the student has the same type of device, or they can use a smartphone. So this worked really great when kids were being instructed remotely, and it works the exact same way. So whether the teacher is sitting with the student or the kid is sitting at home and the teacher might be at home, the platform works identical. So it's a really, really nice way for teachers to stay up to date and connected with their kids. The other thing I just want to show you real quick is that this is an example of those 12 phonics categories that I told you about that are so critical. I want to just say one thing about this. The reason why they're critical is that they show up often. They are in many, many, many words. That means they have high utility. And because of that, kids need to learn them to be successful readers. And then within those 12 categories, there are very fine grained skills, like the short vowel sounds within a word like cat, that CVC pattern. So we allow teachers to not only screen all of these 12 skills, but really diagnose when the student is struggling with any one of those 12 categories. The other thing you're probably asking yourself, so how does this fit into other Renaissance products and assessments that I'm using? Well, it is an amazing complement because you already have access to these amazing tools, right? Whether you're using Star Early Literacy, Star Reading, Star CBM, you need that to do your universal screening. When you add in Star Phonics, you now have that opportunity to look at those phonics patterns, right? Because we know by the science of reading that it's half the equation. Kids have to be able to read words and understand words in order to be proficient readers. So it's really important that teachers also have this information on every single one of their students.
Michelle, thank you so much. This is amazing. We are thrilled to have you, and we're thrilled to have you as an employee of the company and working on the team. And we're going to be excited about you supporting our customers as well as just thinking about even what's next with Star Phonics and Lalilo and our early literacy products. So thank you so much. And it's great. It's exciting.
Thank you, Todd.
Oh, that was great. I am super excited to share more about what's coming at Renaissance and especially our big summer releases. And some of these we've been hinting at for a little while, so now we get to actually show you some things. So this is our 2022 roadmap. It's incredible amount of work by lots and lots of teams at Renaissance. We've had so much customer feedback across the board, whether it's Star assessments that we're adding more technology-enabled items and our Star CBM Lectura, our Spanish CBM, or our connection to Nearpod. I'm going to show that in a minute. Accelerated reader driving usability improvements and Spanish enhancements, some more quizzes. Mayan having everywhere easy book links, our recorded read aloud that I'm going to demonstrate, and a lot more books, especially in Spanish. Freckle is adding a significant amount of English language arts enhancements, as well as state-specific English language arts systems, similar to our math product, and our accessibility enhancements coming to Freckle. With Lalilo, we're building more and more efficacy research, as well as our connection to Star is getting more and more connected. And as you can see, we'll be starting to work on that connection to Star Phonics as well. With Nearpod, we've enhanced our student engagement experience. We've added Nearpod Math, and you'll see worldwide global, we're expanding in localizations for global audiences. Schoolzilla having additional connectors and continued enhancements in our ecosystem. And stay tuned for what's happening with Star Phonics because it just came to us, but we're super excited to welcome them to the family. So lots happening. The big one here is Star and Nearpod. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to show you quick a brief demonstration of this. Okay, so here I am. I'm inside the Star record book, and this demonstration was prepared to kind of visualize the walkthrough. As you're familiar with, you can click on any student, you can see their score, you can see the Star English CAT test, as well as the CBM test. But I want to see this new button here. Isn't this exciting? Plan instruction with Nearpod. So click that button. Immediately you can say, I'd like to group recommendations, I'd like student recommendations, or I'd like to browse skills. This is obviously a key feature. So if I want to group recommendations to students, maybe I missed something in my classroom instruction, specifically on the Star Math assessment, and the system will regroup these scores based on the Star scale score. And then easily I could view these skills underneath that and immediately show you the skill, like read and write a decimal through thousandths in any form, and immediately have a Nearpod lesson tagged to that, or thousands of grids and in words. Now, when I click that, I open up the Nearpod lesson, and here's that lesson, a decimals in many forms. I can preview that lesson, or I can add that lesson to my lesson planning area, and then I can move through that. So super quick and instant access to a Nearpod lesson that has the interactivities and all of the skills blended into a full Nearpod experience so that you can bring about this teaching of decimals and reteach to that group of students. Or you could send that to an individual student, or you could know that you should redo that for the whole classroom. Super excited about the weaving together of Nearpod to the skills inside of Star. And that's really exciting as you come back to school. Also excited to launch Star CBM Lectura. These are 1-minute reading assessments in Spanish for K-6 students. They're authentically developed, and they provide the equity in the classroom by offering a truly unique measure for students developing their Spanish literacy skills. We're also really excited to launch that Lalilo is connected to the Star Early Literacy product, so that now our Star Early Literacy scores will be right connected to Lalilo. And further, we're excited about Mayan and adding Read Aloud. This is something I've wanted for some time, but we got it done and it's really going well. We did a user test and we did a beta test, and boy, people are really excited about it. Let me show you a little bit more deeper in a quick demonstration. So students now have the opportunity in Mayan to record themselves reading on any book. So I can listen to that book read.
Chapter 1. Land. November 1921. Angel Island.
And then I can record my Chapter 1. Land. November 1921. Angel Island. I can stop my reading and I can listen to it.
Chapter 1, Land, November 1921.
And then I can send that on to my teacher. I can send that to home, all kinds of ways to share those recordings. Pretty exciting to bring about fluency in the mode of listening and reading and having that connection between really the important aspect of fluent reading and comprehension working together. Super excited about that. So a lot is going on, and really we're just so blown away by how much these teams have accomplished this year and really getting yourselves ready for your school year. From Star Assessment, Schoolzilla, and now Star Phonics, we're able to bring about those assessment and analytics data, bringing in Nearpod with the teacher-led instruction, and having that right practice at the right time from any one of our applications. We hope that you'll see this as an amazing time to celebrate growth and really accelerate learning. So our ecosystem driving together to bring this idea of insight-driven instruction and practice is really that's first at our mind. So please send your feedback back to us. We listen to it, we gather it. Hundreds of teachers have already given their insights to us to build these products, and we thank you for that. And onward, have a great summer, and thanks for listening.